All right, strap in everyone for this deep dive. We're taking a trip to Entropia Universe, specifically their relationship with cryptocurrency. Now, if you've been around the block, you know MindArc, the company behind this massive online game world, spaceships, laser rifles, and a real cash economy, all rolled into one. Their virtual currency, the PED, it's always been pegged to the US dollar. But the rise of crypto, well, it's shaking things up, making things really interesting.
It really is fascinating how MindArc is navigating this whole intersection. Real-world finance colliding with the digital world. They've taken a super cautious approach so far, sort of dipping their toes into the crypto waters by enabling crypto deposits as a starting point.
Exactly. Back in March 2022, big moment. They partnered with Utrust. Letting players deposit crypto right into their Entropia Universe accounts felt like a huge leap forward at the time. And the community, oh boy, they went wild. I mean, the forums were buzzing with speculation.
Yeah, the community response was definitely a mix. Excitement, apprehension, you name it. Lots of users saw it as maybe a first step towards something bigger, like full-blown crypto withdrawals. You know, traditionally, getting your money out of Entropia Universe involved a fiat withdrawal process, notoriously slow. Sometimes it took months.
Oh, don't remind me. It's become a running joke at this point. Faster withdrawals, top of everyone's wish list. But of course, not everyone was doing cartwheels about MindArc and crypto. Some people, they voiced concerns. Security, potential for volatility. Especially after that whole Lunaterra stablecoin debacle.
Yeah, I get that. You see the collapse of Terra USD. Kind of a stark reminder. Even stablecoins, pegged to something supposedly stable, like the US dollar, they can be vulnerable. And then there's the question of reserves. Does MindArc have enough to back all the PED in circulation? What if everyone suddenly wanted to cash out?
Big question indeed. And speaking of big questions, remember that forum poll from July 2022 asked players straight up, would they support PED becoming a cryptocurrency? A whopping 68.1% said no way, worried about messing up the stability of that in-game economy.
That poll really showed something. Deep-seated desire for stability. You know, many players have invested a lot, time and money into Entropia Universe. They see the dollar peg as a safeguard. But here's the interesting part. Some folks on the forums argued PED already functions a lot like a stablecoin, just on a centralized database instead of a blockchain. So it begs the question, is there even that much difference?
It's a fascinating point. And then there was that one user with the Dogecoin analogy, comparing Entropia Universe to Dogecoin on a 5% rake.
Right.
What do you think they were getting at with that?
Well, Dogecoin, you know, enthusiastic community can be a bit unpredictable. History of price volatility, even though it's not meant to be a stablecoin. I think what that user was suggesting. You could see a similar dynamic play out in Entropia Universe, even with a stable peg. All those crypto enthusiasts coming in. Plus, the inherent volatility of crypto could introduce some unexpected price swings.
So MindArc, they're at a crossroads here. On one hand, a community that values stability, a system built on a fiat currency peg. On the other hand, they're tiptoeing into the crypto world, which brings its own benefits and risks.
It's a balancing act, absolutely. Will the benefits outweigh those risks? That's the question. Faster transactions, lower fees, wider accessibility, all that good stuff. Or could embracing crypto end up destabilizing Entropia Universe's carefully built virtual economy?
Let's dive into that a little deeper, because those potential benefits, they are pretty tempting. Just imagine moving money in and out of the game instantly. No more of those lengthy fiat withdrawal wait times.
It's definitely an appealing thought. And with the rise of stablecoins like USDC and Tether, designed specifically for stability, pegged to the US dollar, maybe some of those volatility concerns could be addressed, at least partially.
That's a good point. So it seems like there are ways to address some of the community's worries. The big question is MindArc ready for a full-blown crypto revolution? Or will they stick with this cautious approach, dipping their toes in a bit further, seeing what happens?
Well, to figure that out, we need to look at both sides of the coin, so to speak, the potential benefits and the risks involved. Because going all in on crypto, that could have some serious consequences for Entropia Universe and its players.
Okay, let's unpack those consequences then. This is where things get really interesting.
Let's kick things off with those potential benefits then. For players, the ones who are constantly buying and selling virtual items, the sheer speed and efficiency of crypto transactions could be a complete game changer. Imagine this. Completing transactions like that, no more hassle of traditional banking systems, and no more of those notoriously long fiat withdrawal times.
Right. We could be talking about a super streamlined in-game economy, attract a whole new wave of players, the ones used to crypto. Speed and flexibility, that's the name of the game these days. But Can't ignore the other side of the coin. The risks, they're definitely there.
Absolutely. One of the biggest, we touched on it before, security. MindArk would have to go all out. Robust security measures, that's the only way. Safeguard against hacking, fraud, the whole 9 yards, especially because crypto transactions, most of the time, they're irreversible.
Yeah, that's a good point. Even with the traditional financial systems, there are always risks. But with crypto being decentralized, could make things even more complicated, right?
Exactly. It's a different ballgame. MindArk would have to be ready, handle those unique challenges. And then there's volatility. Now, stablecoins are designed to help with that. But they're not perfect, not foolproof. The crypto market, it's volatile, that's just its nature. Even small fluctuations could have ripple effects, mess with Entropia Universe's economy.
And that takes us back to the forum poll, all those concerns. So many players worried about ditching the dollar peg. Too much uncertainty, potentially harming the stability they've come to rely on.
It's a delicate balancing act, that's for sure. MindArk has built a system that people trust. It's seen as safe, reliable. It attracts players who are serious about investing in virtual assets. Any big shift towards crypto could disrupt that sense of stability, might even alienate the players who prefer, traditional currency, the familiar stuff.
It makes you think about what MindArk CEO Henrik Nell said when they partnered with Utrust. He talked about the system, how it still uses fiat for withdrawals. He said it fits with our business model. Sounds like you're being cautious, focusing on integration that doesn't rock the boat,
It's a key takeaway, absolutely. MindArk isn't jumping headfirst into a crypto revolution. They're testing the waters, dipping their toes, seeing what happens with those crypto deposits, likely figuring out what's possible down the line.
But even with a cautious approach, things are heated. Just integrating crypto a little bit has sparked this debate. Players on both sides arguing passionately. Some see crypto as the future of Entropia Universe. Others, they think it could ruin everything they've worked for.
The core issue here is disruption. Bringing in cryptocurrency could change how Entropia Universe works at a fundamental level, affecting everything. The value of PED, how players act, the whole shebang.
It's almost like there are two competing visions for the future. On one side, this vision of Entropia Universe, more open, decentralized, potentially more lucrative, all fueled by crypto and its speed and innovation.
And on the other side, a vision of something familiar, stable, potentially less volatile, where that dollar peg keeps things safe from the crazy swings of the crypto market. Which path will MindArk choose? That's the million-dollar question. I think it's going to keep people guessing for a while.
So where does all this leave us? Explored the potential benefits. Faster transactions, lower fees, wider accessibility, weighed those against the risks, security, market volatility, potential disruption to a system that works. But there's one last piece we haven't talked about.
You're talking about the PED itself. What happens to MindArk's virtual currency if they go all in on crypto? That's the most intriguing question of all.
Yeah, the PED. Right now it's tied to the US dollar, right?
Yeah.
Gives it that stability that a lot of players depend on. But if MindArk really goes for it, full crypto integration, does the PED keep that peg? Does it basically become a stable coin? Like, I don't know, a Tether or a USDC?
That's definitely one way they could go. Explore creating a fully backed stablecoin. So each PED is actually equal to $1 held in reserve. That'll keep the people who want stability happy, while still using all the cool crypto tech.
But wouldn't that be a huge amount of reserves? I mean, think about all the PED already out there. Could MindArk even handle that?
Oh, it would be a massive undertaking, for sure. They'd have to be totally transparent, show everyone exactly what's in their reserves, and they'd have to convince people that the peg is solid, especially after all that skepticism from the whole TerraUSD mess.
Right. So what's the other option? Let the PED become a free-floating cryptocurrency. Just let the market decide its value. That seems even riskier to me.
It could go either way, a free-floating PED. On one hand, you might get speculators jumping in, driving up the value, creating all this buzz and excitement. But on the other hand, that exposes the whole Entropia economy to, crypto volatility.
Imagine players holding tons of PED. Their fortunes could skyrocket or crash overnight. That's a whole new level of risk.
Exactly. And it raises the question of, what does MindArk do then? If the PED goes haywire, do they step in, or do they just let the market do its thing?
It's crazy to think about what could happen if PED was a free-floating cryptocurrency. Would we see tons of trading, speculation, all that? Would it bring in a bunch of new players, the ones into crypto? Or would it scare away the players who like things predictable?
Tough questions, and MindArk will have to answer them. Weigh the potential benefits, A dynamic economy, decentralized, maybe even more profitable, against the risks. Instability, disruption, all that.
This whole thing really shows you how powerful crypto is. It can change entire economies, even virtual ones. Like Entropia Universe, it's still happening, this revolution. And MindArc is right there, on the front line.
And we can watch it all unfold. Pretty cool. It reminds you, the future of finance. It's being written right now, and it's full of, well, possibilities. Some exciting, some a little scary.
So, as MindArc keeps exploring crypto, the big question remains, will they jump in head first? Embrace a full-blown crypto revolution, maybe even change the very foundation of their virtual world? Or will they play it safe? Prioritize stability, but carefully integrate some of this tech.
Time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the future of Entropia Universe, it's tied to the future of cryptocurrency. Whatever MindArc decides to do, it'll have a huge impact on the players, on virtual economies, the whole thing.
And on that note, I think we've reached the end of our deep dive. Hope you found it, I don't know, insightful, maybe even got you thinking. Keep exploring this stuff. It's always changing. The world of crypto, it's full of surprises. It's changing how we think about money, about value, even about online worlds, what they can be. Till next time, happy diving, everyone.